Alright, welcome to day 87 of Mastering Astral Projection. Today's exit technique, is called the floating turn exit technique. This one got a little tricky for me. So basically what he wants you to do is raise a leg as if it's floating outside of your body, and have it hover there for about a minute and let it drop back. And then do the same with the other leg. So it's just like you're imagining, astral body, like your leg is floating, and then you put it down. You do the same with your arm, left arm, and you do the same with your right arm, and then you do your both legs simultaneously. Then you do both arms simultaneously. Then you do all four limbs simultaneously. When you get to that point where you have been able to hold in your mind's eye that your legs and arms are floating, and then you turn them 90 degrees. And then once you've held that 90 degrees, then you do a rolling to the right of your whole body awareness, similar to the rollout method. So I did this today and I got confused, and I immediately turned my legs and arms to the 90 degrees and then tried to do a rollout, and it didn't work for me, so I went into other techniques. He said this is really powerful, so I would say practice on it a little bit if you can. I'm going to try it again tomorrow. The thing I wanted to talk about is getting into the astral. So this is for people that get locked into the real time zone. You go outside and you launch yourself into the sky at a 45-degree angle and get as much momentum as you can, and fix your attention outward toward the stars, and then get yourself out into the stars. And it may take you directly into an astral plane, or you may find yourself in the real-time zone space. I guess there's very little difference between the two. The only way you can really tell the difference is if you look back below you, you should see a skin, what he's calling astral plane surface skin. He said this is a buffer zone between two astral planes. The typical skin is flat and it's covered with a grid, and that forms large squares, and I guess each square is a replica of every other square, so they're identical. Seems kind of holographic, doesn't it? He said the lower astral plane surface skins are barren. He was saying that they, like a desert of browns and grays, crisscrossed with grid lines. The higher astral planes are more sophisticated, colorful, crisscrossed with grid lines also. He said one of the things that will affect your perception is your configuration of active primary energy centers. And this will affect the quality of energy available during the projection. And your attunement level of operational ability. He talks about attunement a little bit more later, so I might get to that later, but at first I wasn't sure what he meant by attunement. So I guess that the more you've spent time doing priming the energy centers, it'll mitigate your vision problems as well. He says the lower planes are best avoided. They're colorless and rather boring. To enter any astral plane, simply dive down and pass through the surface like passing through water, but without the splash. He said, if a structure exists in the center of a grid-lined square, this will take one to the highest level within that astral plane. And to reach a higher astral plane, return to your original course and fix your attention on the brightest star. Pass through the window that you see, and you will find yourself in an astral plane. You may see higher astral plane surface skins before you, colorful grid lines, pass through the center of the squares, and it will take you to the highest astral level of that plane. And he said the most accessible astral realms look like giant shopping malls, park-like, small cities, heavily populated with people who are sleep projecting. Passing through any solid matter will trigger a dimensional shift. Doors, windows, mirrors, pictures, and paintings will trigger a dimensional shift. Although he says mirrors are best avoided because it takes you into a reversed copy of the real-time zone. Strange. He said basically what you want to happen, you command it to happen. And you will often be transported where you want to go. So I've actually been getting information from people on the forum to try and help me figure out why I can't astral project. Some people say stop doing the exit techniques and just focus on activating the energy body. So today I did work on a couple exit techniques, but I mostly focused on just feeling my energy body, seeing what I could do to help invigorate it. And I actually did have 3 separate instances where I had that liquid electrical feeling come over me. Once over my head, once over my left shoulder, and once over my right calf. I've never had that much in one sitting, so I think I'm going to be focusing on just activating the energy body for a little while. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to be able to do this blog for another 4 days because I'm going out of town for a ceremony. So I'm going to be focusing on just activating my energy body while I'm gone. So I suggest you do the same. Focus on your energy body. Yeah, some guy who has been doing this for 4 weeks is already having astral projection experiences into the real time zone. It's like, it's unfair. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. I had a dream last night, and I forgot to put it in my dream journal, unfortunately, and it was very interesting and possibly significant. Might come back to me, but right now I have nothing to report. So, anyway, blessings.